Are you tired of old classical transitions in PowerPoint? Do you want the freedom to create any custom transition? Do you want something simple and efficient that works every time? Then I have some good news for you. Because today we will break the monopole wall of the 46 classical transitions in PowerPoint to pave the way for creating any custom transition between any kind of slides in PowerPoint that simply looks amazing. Let's take a closer look. Using the special technique that I'm going to reveal you in this video, you will be able to create any custom transition that suits the best for any occasion by just using the Morph Transition and the number of steps that I'm going to show you immediately. I will present you two different ways of how to apply this special technique. One is easier and can be implemented really quick, and the second it's a little bit more complicated, created for the ones that want perfection and super fancy transitions. So, are you ready for the big reveal? Let's start right now. Step number 1. Establish the content of the two slides where you want to apply the transition. In my case, it's going to be the crab dressed like a businessman in the first slide and the treasure chest that's in the second slide. Step number 2. Based on the content, establish now who is the central or the most important element of the transition. In my case, it's going to be, of course, this treasure chest. Step number 3. Create the best shape you can for the central element. Since this is the first version, which is easier, I will use an existing shape. So I will insert a rectangle with rounded corners that will do the job pretty well. So let's place it here with this size that will cover the entire treasure chest. Step number 4. Create other type of shapes in order to fill the entire slide. It is very important to fill the entire slide, otherwise the transition won't be perfect. I will add some other rectangles with rounded corners, and to make sure that I will fill the entire slide, I will do in some cases some overlaps between the shapes, which of course is not a problem. The only problem would be to leave some empty spaces on the slide. Now that the entire slide is filled with shapes, let's select all of them and then let's eliminate the outline. And after that, for the moment, let's deactivate them from the selection pane. Step number 5. Cut the picture from the second slide of the transition and then format the slide background using this picture. Now, can you guess what's gonna happen next? Step number 6. Activate again all the shapes, select all of them, copy and paste them on the first slide. Step number 7. Go back to the second slide, select again all the shapes and fill them with slide background fill. That's great. Step number 8. Go to the first slide, copy the image and paste it on the second slide. Now make sure that this image is at the back. This is very important because this image is going to appear first and then will be covered with our shapes. Step number 9. Apply the Morph Transition to this slide and then put at least 5 seconds of duration. And finally, step number 10, go to the first slide, minimize the zoom to 10%, and place the shapes from where you want them to come. Please have in mind that if they are further away from the slide, they will appear later on the second slide. So even if here you can't apply any delay in the transition, in reality we can create this delay by placing these shapes as far as we can from the first slide. Of course, our shape that will cover the treasure chest will remain here. We will make it very small because we want it to start directly from the eye of the crab. So let's position it there, and then let's make it invisible by setting the transparency to 100%. And then, for even a fancier effect, if you want, you can rotate it. And you can also do the same with the other shapes that will form the entire image. So it's 100% up to you. Now everything is done, so let's see the result in full presentation mode. First slide the crab, click and the transition will start. The box will come, then will rotate, will be revealed, and then later the other shapes will come to form the entire image. Your 100% custom and awesome transition. Now with the accumulated experience, let's create something even better. This time I'm going to reveal you my second variant. While the principle remains the same, the work with the shape is now completely different. The focus point here, or the central element, is going to be this white airplane from the airport. We won't use the existing shapes anymore, and instead we're going to use the freeform. And talking about the freeform, please go ahead and watch this video because it's a unique concept. It's a masterpiece and will certainly make you a professional on working with the freeforms. Now I will accelerate the process because this process is very well explained in the video with a banana, okay? And of course, if your created form is better, then better the resulted transition is going to be. Now that we have the airplane, you can use your imagination because the sky is the limit. What I'm going to do? Well, I will insert a rectangle to cover the entire slide. Bring our airplane shape on top again, then select the rectangle first, then select the airplane form, and then go to Merge Shapes and select Subtract. Now we have a hole in the rectangle representing the airplane. So, what's next? Here is what I suggest. Take other shape, like a triangle, and place it here. Then duplicate it, rotate it, and then position it here. Select everything and eliminate the outline. Then select the big rectangle first, then the two triangles. Go to Merge Shapes again, and this time select Fragment. Great! As you can see, we have again also the airplane. Now let's eliminate what is outside the slide. From here on, we're in a similar situation with variant number 1, accepting the fact that now the central element, which is the airplane from the airport, won't be made invisible anymore on the first slide. What we want in the transition is to give the impression that the two planes will intersect in the air to create a little suspense. And then boom, the airport will appear and no crash has happened. One more thing, in order to avoid a thin white line that might appear on the second slide, you can enlarge a little bit some shapes for a small overlap so that this problem is gone. Select again all the shapes and fill them with slide background fill. Apply the Morph Transition to this slide and then put at least 5 seconds of duration. We'll position the airplane at the edge of the slide, outside the slide. Then rotate it just a little bit to create a certain nice trajectory. Since everything is now in place, let's go into the full presentation mode to enjoy the beautiful result.
We hope that you've enjoyed a lot this video, and from now on, your transitions will look way better and super original. Please, leave us your feedback in the comments section below, because your comments are very precious for us, and also tell us, what would you like to know or to see in the future from our channel? Don't forget to check out more of our videos, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye, dear friends.